What would you say if someone asked you, what do you love about your job? What is it about your job that you love?
I would say that sense of satisfaction of delivering something to the customer they love. Like some of the
Mm.
reviews that we get back, like people are just like they're showering love hearts at you. You can just see it. We love this app. It's so good. It's exactly what we needed.
Wow.
I've used so much software. This you guys have nailed it on the head. Like it's beautiful. It works great. It works fast. Like all these things, like they're so rewarding. Oftentimes, like that's one of the things that I love about working for this company and like building something that I believe in and our customers love. That is more rewarding than money at times. Well, most of the time, actually, because I mean, no matter how much you earn, if your users hate what you build, like it's not a good feeling. Like no matter how much money they pay you.
Mm. Very good. Now you know what the next question is going to be.
Hmm.
What do you hate about your job,
Ah,
if anything?
um, okay. So the one thing that stresses me out a lot is because I'm in a small company, I'm already at the top of the ladder. Um, like there's no way for me to get promoted. That makes asking for pay rises a lot harder. Um,
Mm.
because I mean, what are you asking a pay rise for? Oh, I worked hard, or our company's doing well. Give me a piece of that pie. Um, because we're a small company, we don't really have plans of growing our dev team to huge, unless something sick happens, unless we really need it. We have a perfect team of three. I actually found those two. I actually hired those two and found them because I knew they'd work well with our team. But I hired them, like we all decided, let's get equals. Let's not get juniors because if we get juniors, then like we're not a huge corporate company. Like we don't have the time. We'd rather get products out fast and pay a lot of money to good guys rather than you know spend a little bit of money on five juniors and train them up and take a longer time. So I can't really get promoted to like a team leader or like a manager or there's no up for me to go here. So that kind of stresses me out in the long term. Like it's so comfortable. I've been here for 6 years. It's it's hard for me to move. I often consider it, but then for me to go into a big company where I could, rise up the ladder like Google or something like that, then I probably need to start at the same or take a little bit of a cut and then kind of work my way up and impress people and, like be a little bit more cutthroat. I might even need to, I don't know, push other people down to get on top. I don't know how people climb that. I have no idea and I'm a bit afraid of it. Because it's not in my nature to climb on top of people. So
Right,
yeah, so
right.
like it's really hard for me to move because it's so nice here, it's so comfortable. Like every day's day really. Um, but the price of being in such a flexible environment, a good environment, is I guess I'm not really sure how to really increase my pay in a long time. So I'm thinking I either need to change jobs and to get paid more. I'm getting paid quite well already. I'm
Hmm.
very satisfied with what I'm getting paid. I'm just worried for my future. Like when I get kids and all that stuff, I probably would want more money. It's enough for me to get by for the rest of my life, but I am I am a little bit critical. I do want to earn more. I am a little bit greedy.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, I think that's almost everyone. So
well, actually, a lot
it's
of people in the company it seems like they're satisfied. There's a lot of people that that are happy to earn like above average pay and just live work in a work life flexible environment and just be happy and be satisfied and content. I'm not quite
mm,
like that, so I kind of feel like this company would have been perfect for me when I'm retiring, but I'm already
mm,
like yeah. um, so yeah, I often think about like my career choices I've made. So sometimes I think maybe I shouldn't have worked for smaller companies. I have
hmm.
one of the advantages of working for in terms of pay and career. One of the advantages of working in environments such as mine is I got paid more a lot earlier than other people.
Mm.
Um,
Mhm.
so when I got this job, I was basically earning more than anyone I knew in my age group.
Right.
I got there really early. I hit that, that kind of milestone way before anyone else. Um, but I'm suspecting the other people who were in kind of bigger companies and it was a lot harder to work. They probably got there and probably are maybe earning more than me right now. I'm not sure. But that's
Mm.
entirely possible. Um, so I got the milestone early, but I haven't really grown much since then. Um, so I sometimes could have maybe if I worked for a bank or um, apply for Google or Atlassian or one of those other like huge companies, maybe right now I'll be earning more than that. Maybe I would have started out lower, but maybe I would have worked up my way up and I'd be like a team leader or like I don't know, maybe some even higher position.
Mm.
So I sometimes think about that. But the problem with I've never liked the idea of a big company because I was always worried about being pigeonholed into one skill area. Um,
Right.
becoming an expert in one thing. So if all of a sudden that industry collapses or like the market changes, so people don't need that kind of skill anymore, or there's too many of them, I have no control of that, and I'm already pigeonholed. There's not much space for me to move. So that's something I've always been concerned about and didn't want to get into. This is why I chose this path. Um, so the advantage of this path is I get a lot of exposure to a lot of different things. So as I said before, being in a small team, we have to get our hands dirty in all types of stuff. Servers, customers, using all the different applications. I've wrote like backup scripts in like this is really low level computer scripting. I've even done automated server installations, which spin up a server and install all the required dependencies. And this isn't even really to do with the product application. This is just like maintenance stuff in order for us to code or in order for us to have a product running. Um, so all this other stuff I've learned, and it's enabled me to have um, a broad skill set and broad understanding. And also because I'm in a small company, I'm always speaking with the top person, the CEO and founder of the company, and
Mm.
so that's enabled me to gain a lot of business knowledge, gain a lot of startup knowledge. So um, we're very open. So all of our strategies are very open. We all discuss them with each other. We give our own ideas for how to grow the company. All this stuff. I get so much exposure, which is fantastic. If I want to do my own startup, I always have ideas, but I haven't, you know, pulled the trigger on them yet. But if I had a great idea and wanted to quit my job and um, get investment or like start up my own startup, I know everything that I need to do. I know how to build the
Excellent.
product from scratch. Um, I know a little bit about raising money only because of research. We actually haven't raised money in the company, but I know a lot of the processes that we need to take for a startup to go from zero to hero. Um,
Very good.
so on a broad level, I'm not an expert at it, but yeah, like I have a lot of that exposure. So I'm very grateful for. A lot of people that are in big companies, all they know is what they do. Like in terms of they don't know how their big companies started 10, 20 years ago. Um, they weren't there when that happened. So it's really there's pros and cons for every choice.